Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly forecast for Monday, August 23rd through Sunday, August 29th. There are three major aspects this week. On Monday, August 23rd, we have Venus in Libra trine Saturn in Aquarius, and on Wednesday, August 25th, we have Mercury in Virgo opposed Neptune in Pisces, and on Thursday, August 26th, Mercury again in Virgo trines Pluto in Capricorn. So before I begin, I would like to remind you to subscribe to my channel. Check out my Ask Me a Question. It's in the description below this video. There's also a link to my website. If you would like to have your personal chart done, you have to keep in mind that this is a general forecast. So if you wanted something specific to you, you would actually have to have your chart done. And check out my monthly forecast. Okay, so for Aries, excuse me, on Monday, August 23rd, Venus in Libra in your, where are we here? Sorry, 7th house, it's your opposite sign. I can't believe that I didn't see that. Anyways, Venus in Libra in your 7th house. Okay, where you have the sign of Libra, trines Saturn transiting in your 11th house of Aquarius. Okay, Saturn's in Aquarius right now. Your 7th house is your close relationships, a partnership of some kind, romantic, business, or just close friends. Having Venus here makes all of these relationships right now go a little bit more smoothly. They're a little bit more pleasant. However, you are kind of like avoiding serious conversations or serious topics. So you're trying to keep your conversations with these people in your life on a light, light and airy kind of level. But this trine to Saturn in your 11th house of your friends and associates, your most sociable house where you would normally go to hang out, any kind of group or organization that you belong to, and it's also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. So at this time you could introduce maybe your partner or a close friend to your group of friends, or take them to a place where, again, you would normally go to hang out. If you're still unable to go out or don't feel like actually going out in public, there are ways to still socialize online a lot. People are online a lot more now. But there's maybe just something that maybe you just want to share with just this one person, this one partner. Maybe you may attend some kind of function that's fun, like some kind of event, or even if it's just to go to a movie or something like that. Maybe you could do something that is sociable and go out in public, but it's not really putting you in a large crowd in some way or other. On Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in Virgo in your 6th house opposes Neptune transiting in your 12th house of Pisces. So, actually I believe the sun, no, not the sun, another planet. Anyways, there was another opposition to Neptune, okay, but now Mercury, Mercury, the planet of communication, okay, is in your 6th house of the workplace and your co-workers, the kind of work that you do, your work schedule. It's your house of health. It's your daily routine, even, your daily schedule. Having Mercury here, opposite Neptune, and Neptune in your 12th house of secrets and confidences and actions taken by you or someone else behind the scenes, okay? This, to me, is the lie. It's the big lie. Someone is just BSing you up and down. Somebody that you work with, more than likely. So, you just have to, keep this in mind, because you more than likely sense that that's exactly what's going on. They may even tell you something that's so far-fetched, not to believe it. But it could also be coming from a person who's just, full of it anyway, So to just take it with a grain of salt or whatever. In fact, they may even tell you things about your company that you all work for, or the work itself that puts you on edge, you know, makes you stressed out in some way, you know, that the company's going to fold, or this, you know, something or other. Something is going to change within the workplace that may affect you in some way that is adverse to you, okay? The sixth house, though, is also the house of service to others. And what I call this is you need a favor. Someone actually needs a favor that you know, okay? So they approach you usually first. But it's like a 50-50 thing. It's like, well, you need something done too. You need help in some area. So they're able to like provide that service for you. So you both benefit in some way or other. So you may have already had some kind of setup like this, like you're helping somebody. It could be like an older person even that is unable to get out. Maybe you do their shopping for them, or maybe you take them places that they need to go, even if it's a doctor's appointment or something like that. It could be anyone actually, but you could find out, or they could tell you something, or you could find out in a roundabout way that they lied to you in some way or other. They more than likely do have someone in their life that could be doing this for them, and don't really need you to be doing this, because they're becoming a little bit of a burden for you. So you're really maybe only expected to do something for them or help them maybe once or twice, but now it has become like an ongoing thing that you would like to end. You'd like to have it end. So that's all. You know, just keep on a lookout for somebody telling you something that really isn't true. Okay, on Thursday, August 26th, Mercury again in Virgo in your 6th house trines Pluto, transiting in your 10th house of Capricorn. And your 10th house is your house of your career, your livelihood, how you're known by reputation, even personally, not just professionally. So you're getting help from whatever kind of work that you do. You know, you're getting praise of some kind or other because, again, this is Mercury communicating. Okay, so someone you work with, could even be a higher up, is acknowledging whatever it is that you do on the job. And if you don't work at all, you're retired or something like that, you're still being acknowledged in some way or other publicly, even if people are just talking about you among themselves. They don't have to report it to the newspaper or whatever, you know. But somebody could post something about you, about some kind of achievement or other that you've had even in the past, and it does help to elevate your reputation in some way, even if it's just personally. Okay, for Taurus, on Monday, August 23rd, Venus in Libra in your 6th house, trine Saturn, transiting in your 10th house of Aquarius. So you have Venus in your 6th house of what kind of work that you do. No matter what it is, having Venus here right now is beautifying it in some way or other. You could even just be a grave digger, you know, or something, and there would still be something that you are doing or are told to do by your company or a boss that pretties up whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, however, if you do have a job or do create something or other as far as work goes, it gets like an extra kiss of Venus, simply having Venus here. So if you're already in the arts, this just enhances your ability to create something even more beautiful than you normally do. Okay, but the trine to Saturn in your 10th house of your career and what you do for a living, how you're known by reputation, professionally and personally, how people speak about you and view you publicly. Okay, so publicly could even just be like online and social media even, but very nice stable trine to Saturn from the workplace. So whomever it is that you work with, your co-workers or whomever it is that you report to, they're you know, really seeing you as someone who has like a lot of potential Taurus people are known for work, period. They rarely, unless they have like more planets and other signs, whatever, they rarely miss work. They rarely call off. So you could usually really depend on these people for something or other. Okay, so whatever it is that you're doing, you're getting some kind of praise for it. On Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in Virgo in your 5th house opposes Neptune transiting in your 11th house of Pisces. So your 5th house is the house of fun, gambling, speculation, romance, creativity. It's parties, it's amusements of any kind. Okay, it's the house of fun and relaxation, whatever. It's opposing your 11th house of friends. Okay, friends and associates. Where you would normally go to hang out. This is your most sociable house, your 11th house. And having Neptune here transiting in Pisces just means that a lot of times you don't see your friends too clearly. Okay, you give them a lot of attributes that they don't really possess, and it's usually in their favor. You're too nice to them, actually. You give them the benefit of the doubt when some of them, they would throw you under the bus in a second, but you don't see that. You may sense it, but you really don't see that. But this is one of those times where it really comes out. You blatantly see that one of these people in your life, in your group of friends, doesn't necessarily have to be a close friend, but your group of friends or the people that you hang out with, okay, is full of it. They're just like handing you a lot of crap. They're telling you something. Due to Mercury being in your 5th house, they could be even a smart comment about something or other, about whom you're dating, whom you're involved with romantically, a creative project that maybe you are doing on your own or even collaborating with someone else. Anyways, they could like pick it apart like it's nothing or find fault with no matter what you do, But it's just a good idea to take it with a grain of salt, not pay too much attention to anyone that says anything to you on this day, because it's a lie usually. This is the perfect transit for a lie, and it is coming from an organization that you possibly belong to, a group of friends that you hang out with, something like that. The 11th house is also social media, so if you're socializing online, just remember somebody's probably handing you a lot of crap that's, none of it's true, or maybe a little bit of it might be true, but that's about it. So on Thursday, August 26th, Mercury again in Virgo in your 5th house trines Pluto, transiting in your 9th house of Capricorn. So this is a very nice trine, again from your 5th house of fun and romance, creativity, okay, speculation, to your 9th house of travel, foreign anything, foreigners, people who come from another country or actually live in another country. It's foreign languages, travel, because it's coming from your 5th house of fun, though, I would have to say that you develop or have developed a rapport with someone who has a completely different background than yours, but the rapport that you have is maybe humor. You get it, they get it when you say or do something that's actually kind of clever or witty. And this is just like one of those times where you have a communication possibly with someone, like I said, who's even from a different walk of life, but you really, again, you have a really good rapport with this person, so it's just a nice feeling that this person understands you when possibly other people don't. Okay, for Gemini, on Monday, August 23rd, Venus in Libra in your 5th house, trine Saturn, transiting in your 9th house of Aquarius. So having Venus in the 5th house of romance, It just means that, you know, your mind turns towards romance a little bit more. You're a little bit more creative in that area even. This is also the house of creativity and fun. Okay, speculation, all kinds of stuff. But this is the house of fun and entertainment. And having Venus here means that you want to do just that. You know, you want to go to parties or attend some kind of a play, or go to the theater, or go out dancing, or see a live band or something like that, okay? But it does make you a little bit more romantic at this time, and a very nice trine to Saturn in your 9th house of your philosophy on life, your spiritual and religious beliefs, your total like background, how you were raised even, along with your 4th house. But your 9th house is kind of like where you're coming from, even if this person is from a completely different background than yours. Having Saturn here sometimes puts up a little bit of a block or a barrier between you and other people, or maybe just you and one other person, because you don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. 9th house is also your opinions, even on politics, taboo subjects like religion and politics or anything like that, okay? But during this time, though, you're more interested in, and they are more interested in, what you have in common and not what your differences are. That's what Venus does. It's like smoothing over any kind of difference that you may possibly have with anyone at this time. On Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in Virgo in your 4th house opposes Neptune, transiting in your 10th house of Pisces. So this is the transit that I call the lie, or the BS transit, when someone is just telling you something that you know isn't true. It's just a load of crap, okay? So Mercury in your 4th house of your home and your personal life and your family, the people you live with, but it's your actual home and even the property surrounding it, but it's your childhood and your past. Okay, so your 10th house is your house of career and your outer persona. It's your public life. It's how you're known by reputations, through your livelihood, or even just your personal reputation. And having Neptune here kind of has you view your, whatever it is you do for a living, or even if you're retired, okay? But it has you viewing your outer persona like very unclearly, sometimes through rose-colored glasses. That's the phrase that's always associated with Neptune. But anyways, so you don't see, let's say, your career for what maybe the public does. Maybe you have two completely different views, you know, of whatever it is that you do, let's say for a living, okay? This Mercury opposition to Neptune in your 10th house of career could mean that somebody, possibly someone you live with, it could be a family member, but it could be a roommate, but you know, 4th house is more or less family and your personal life, so it could even be just someone that's close to you personally. Could be telling you something about whatever it is that, again, that you do for a living, you know, that you should hang it up, or look for something else, look for different work. You know, it could be whatever, you know, they could be telling you this, I don't know, I want to say for personal reasons, but it's more or less for them to benefit in some way or other. They could be trying to dissuade you from taking some course of action, let's say like in your career, or but it's almost like maybe it's for their reasons for doing something like this is because they want you to do possibly something else, or it doesn't benefit them in any way, so they're trying to get you to do what they want you to. Okay, so a little bit of manipulation going on here, but they could be undermining you in some way or other. Okay, so it's just something to think about. You could also possibly hear something about yourself that is untrue as far as gossip goes, or the general public, people thinking that you are doing this or doing that. You're not doing any of that. It's almost like they're talking about someone else because it's so far from whatever it is that you would normally do. and that's in livelihood or even personal. Your reputation is like out there, and it's all scrambled. Like it's not clear. So that now's your time to set people straight. Okay, on Thursday, August 26th, Mercury again in Virgo in your 4th house trines Pluto transiting in your 8th house of Capricorn. So 8th house, where you have Capricorn, is has Pluto here, and 8th house is other people's resources and money. And resources are anything. It's not always just money, but it could even be like cooperation, help from someone, or even having Pluto here, especially an institution of some kind, even a government institution. Okay, 8th house is like banks, credit card companies, just money coming from some other source than earning it. It's passive money, so you could be getting help in some way from some government institution or an actual person, or even just money that was supposed to come to you, period, could like arrive on this day, or at least some kind of help that you needed. Again, like I said, it doesn't always have to be money. It could actually be a person and the cooperation that you need from them. So, for Cancer, on Monday, August 23rd, Venus in Libra in your 4th house, trine Saturn transiting in your 8th house of Aquarius. So having Venus in your 4th house of your personal life, your home life, your family, the people you live with, if it isn't family, possibly a roommate. It's your past and your childhood, and having Venus here means that there's a lot of pleasant times occurring within your home, or you are beautifying your home in some way, or enjoying just staying at home, doing stuff there that maybe you don't always get around to doing. So this trine to your 8th house of other people's resources and money, and passive money, money coming to you through means other than earning it, means that, you know, there's some kind of stability coming, let's say, to maybe finances or something that you may have jointly owned with someone else. It could be your home that you're actually living right now, or some other kind of property. It could be the like money. 8th house is the house of inheritances and legacies, insurance payouts, legal settlements, tax return money, you know, refunds of any kind. It's the bank, credit card company, things like that. So if you were trying to get money at this time, you know, Jupiter's also here, so they kind of like even each other out. So opportunities to expand in this area is what Jupiter does. Now Saturn comes along and kind of excuse me, puts a little bit of a damper on there. So if you applied for, let's say, a loan or something like that, or from a bank, or even a person, and they were still thinking about it, or they never got back to you, or they said no even, I would kind of like, I would try again. I would try again, just because it looks like whomever is a little bit more willing to help you right now. Okay, on Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in Virgo in your 3rd house opposes Neptune transiting in your 9th house of Pisces. So this is the transit of like a lie, or miscommunication, or just not even understanding something or other. And this could be, you know, having Mercury in your 3rd house of communications. Mercury's the natural ruler of the 3rd house, and it's also the natural ruler of Virgo. So opposition to Neptune that rules illusion and confusion even. In your 9th house, another big communication and even travel house. So if you were trying to travel on this day, I'd have to say that you would be missing flights, or missing exits off the road if you're taking a road trip, or whenever you got to your destination, you know, if you had reservations for a room, it's not there anymore, and you lost the room, or you had to take something else, or excuse me, or it's not what you expected it would be. But excuse me, ninth house is long distance communication. So you could have some kind of conversation with someone that is just a lot of BS, a lot of crap. Somebody could be telling you something even outright that isn't true. Ninth house is also legal matters. So if you heard anything on this day, especially if you got something in the mail, regular postal mail, or some kind of email prompting you to, hurry up and rush, you have to take care of this right this minute, or you'll be in some kind of legal trouble or something like that. It's just, it's not true, it's, unless it's something that that is. But this is the day when someone is more or less going to try to pull the wool over your eyes, okay? And it could be somebody who lives at a distance. It could also be, ninth house is higher learning and knowledge. Okay, so if you're a student or if you are even writing something, okay, both houses are media houses. And, maybe you don't clearly understand, but you think you do. Something that someone's trying to teach you at this time, or you could be the teacher, and you're trying to explain something to someone, and you think that they understand what you're saying, and they're agreeing with you that they do, but they more than likely don't. On Thursday, August 26th, Mercury and Virgo in your third house trines Pluto transiting in your seventh house of Capricorn. Excuse me. So your seventh house is your close relationships, your partnerships, business or romantic or close friend. A very nice trine from your third house of, again, even contracts, okay, both, the seventh and third. There, you could be involved even in something right now with trying to clear something up, okay, with a partner. Trying to get something in writing possibly that's a little bit more in both of your favors, a little bit more fair. Actually, there's quite a few things here that is a big possibility, okay? Because Pluto, Capricorn's your opposite sign. Pluto's been here for a long time now, so you're kind of used to it. There could be, by being used to it, I mean someone in your life that really tries to kind of whatever, I want to say lord it over you, but they're in charge or something, or they think they are, and they like pull strings all the time, or yank your chain. That's the word I'm looking for. Trying to lord things over you, that they're able to do this or that and you're not. And this is one of those times where I think that you are possibly having a little bit of a conversation with them where you could be like putting them in their place, okay? I'm sure you've had other opportunities to do this, but for some reason on this day, it looks like, I don't want to say it's necessary, but the opportunity pops up, so why not take it? For Leo, excuse me, on Monday, August 23rd, Venus in Libra in your third house trines Saturn transiting in your seventh house of Aquarius. So, very nice trine from Venus to your seventh house of partners. Romantic, business, close friend, any kind of arrangement or even contract that you have with someone. Third house is your everyday life, more or less. It's your neighbors, neighborhood, your immediate area. So maybe you are getting together a little bit more with, let's say, even a close friend. But it's in your area. It's or theirs. I'm just saying, you're just doing things. Let's say, frequenting businesses that maybe you haven't been to for a while, or anything else that may be going on, like in a very small radius, okay, of where you both live even. There could even be some kind of special event going on right now that you go to. Having Venus in your third house does make your everyday life a little bit more pleasant. By your everyday life, I mean the people that you would normally encounter throughout the normal course of the day. So there's all kinds of possibilities opening up here for even just running into someone while you're shopping or something like that, and being invited to do something, and then bringing along your partner or your even if it's a business partner. There could be something that's going on with businesses in your area that maybe you both want to check out to see how everyone's holding up due to the pandemic, and how well this or that is going or isn't. For something that you could do with your business, that kind of give you an idea of what to expect. On Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in Virgo in your second house opposes Neptune transiting in Pisces in your 8th house. So the second and 8th houses are money houses, and Mercury, the planet of communication among many other things, across from Neptune, the planet of illusion and making things, let's say, like unclear. Okay, we'll have to say, okay, the 8th house is the house of one of the houses of like psychic ability, and Neptune is one of the best planets for psychic ability. So I'd have to say you're going to have to go with your gut level response here, the very first thing that you think of. But these are money houses, and this is an opposition. To me, these planets together bring about a lie of some kind or deceit in some way or other. So it would have to be with your money. Okay, so, but 8th house is shared resources or your partner's money, but it's also money coming to you through means other than earning it. So this is through an insurance payout, legal settlement. These are bank accounts of any kind, even credit cards. Okay, so if you even share one of these things with someone else, it's a really good idea to check something like that out right now. Make sure, check your bank balance. It's just that this is one of those times when you should. Okay, or if you do find out something, this would be the time to confront whomever. Even if it's the bank or credit card company that's screwed up. This is the time to catch it and remedy it in some way or other, even though whomever is going to really try to BS their way out of whatever has possibly happened with your money. Okay, they're going to try to pull the wool over your eyes here, but you're not going to fall for it. On Thursday, August 26th, Mercury again in your second house of Virgo trines Pluto, transiting in Capricorn in your 6th house of the workplace and the kind of work that you do. Your work schedule even, your co-workers. So having Mercury here in your second house of earned income and how you earn your money just means that possibly you are maybe even still working from home. Maybe you're doing a completely different job. Who knows? There's so many different changes that have gone on in the workplace for you, just because there were all these planets here at one time. Right now, all you have to deal with is Pluto, but Pluto brings massive change, in some way or other. So whatever kind of work you do has changed, but maybe that was for the better, and maybe for you, you know what I mean? It may not seem that way at times, but it looks like your things are evening out in some way or other. So this is one of those times where money's involved. Maybe you are receiving a little bit of a raise, not too much, right now, but the possibility for all kinds of advancement, whereas in the past maybe there wasn't for you. Maybe everything was very limited, and when the pandemic hit, it made it even worse. So now that things are kind of settling into some kind of the daily grind or whatever, you know. You are coming out ahead in some way, even though you don't see it that way, or you never thought it would be that way, that you would be in that position, but you actually are. So for Virgo, on Monday, August 23rd, Venus in Libra in your second house, trine Saturn, transiting in Aquarius in your sixth house. So we've got your second house of earned income, how you earn your money, with a very nice trine to your sixth house of the kind of work that you do, okay, in the workplace. Having Venus in your second house does attract things like money to you. This is a little bit of an increase possibly in income, or luxury items or goods of some kind, or investments even paying off. But the nice trine to your sixth house of the workplace and the kind of work that you do, your co-workers, means that there's a little bit more stability going on there, whereas sometimes it doesn't seem that all that way, that wherever you work or the kind of work that you do is reliable or steady or something like that. And that's just due to the pandemic. But at this time, though, it looks like, you know, work is going to be there for you. It's going to be a steady flow of whatever it is that you do. Even if you don't work or are retired, there's still a little bit of an increase in your pay. Your retirement or pension, or possibly even something that you've done as a hobby. At first, maybe it was for, you know, to keep you occupied during the pandemic or something like that, or during lockdown. But now you are still doing this thing, and it may be something very creative and very beautiful that people are asking about and would like to purchase from you, or your services, or whatever it is that you do. So it's led to something else. On Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in Virgo in your first house opposes Neptune transiting in your seventh house of Pisces. So, okay, so Mercury is your ruling planet, and when it's in your sign in your first house yet, means that you're really a great communicator, even more so now, and you are really in the mood to do just that. Talk, okay? Your seventh house, where you have Neptune, your seventh house of close relationships and partnerships, means that, you know, Neptune's been here for a while, and it is the planet of illusion. And a lot of times you don't see your close relationships very clearly. A lot of times you may be suspect for whatever reason, and maybe it's not even true, and it's like your timing's off or something or other. You know, when maybe you should be suspicious, you're not, and when you are suspicious, you shouldn't be. Okay, so this is kind of maybe one of those times, but there's definitely some kind of untruth being told here, okay, either by you or your partner. You know, you could even feel like you have to do a quick one, a fast thinking on your feet, and to cover your tracks, or get out of, you know, this could even be a little white lie, you know, getting out of having to do something with this person. Maybe seventh house is partnerships, business, and or romantic, or close friend, okay? So maybe you just don't feel like doing something with them, and but they're the kind of person that you actually do kind of like have to lie just to get away from them, because they don't understand. Okay, they don't understand why you can't do this thing with them, or why you don't want to. Okay, so it could be something like that, but either way, there's a little bit of deception going on here between you and someone else, and it's usually a close friend. However, seventh house, I do have to mention, is open enemies and competitors. So there could be they could be pulling a fast one right now. Okay, open enemies is a person that you don't get along with. They don't get along with you. Everyone knows it, which means it's open. Everybody knows you two don't get along. Okay, so they could actually say something about you right now that really irks you, you know, and it's a lie. You know, it's not true anyway. Or you could do the same thing, though, too, so you really have to watch what you say when it comes to, again, an open enemy or a competitor, okay, as far as business goes. On Thursday, August 26th, Mercury in Virgo in your first house trines Pluto, transiting in your fifth house of Capricorn. So your fifth house is your house of fun and romance, creativity, speculation, amusements of any kind, entertainment of any kind, children playing games and stuff, or sports even. And, you know, very nice trine from your first house just means that you're really raring to go. You know, you're up for doing all of these things right now on this day. You know, you could be just sitting there not having any kind of plans for this day, but decide to finally, you know, get up and do something or other. Even if it is by yourself, you just may feel the need to really get out there and do something fun, attend a party, go see a movie, or, you know, this is the house of romance, you know, so maybe if you are involved with someone right now, this would be like a little bit of a romantic time. It's not overly that much, you know, but the possibility is there. Okay. For Libra, excuse me. On Monday, August 23rd, Venus in Libra in your first house trines Saturn, transiting in your fifth house of Aquarius. So, first of all, Venus is your ruling planet. It's in your first house, so you are the center of attention. You are, people just find you so appealing right now, far more than they do at any other time. So I always tell people when they have Venus in their first house or Venus in their own sign, zodiac sign, to milk it for everything they can. So this is one of those times, you know, if you're very nice trine to your fifth house of fun and romance, okay, entertainment of any kind, speculation, amusements, games, children, parties. So, you know, maybe you'll even attend a party at this time, but because it's to Saturn, it looks like if you are romantically involved with someone right now, you're feeling very secure with them, or they may do something to make you feel that way on this day, or you may do that for them to make them feel like, you know, that, again, that they're secure in their relationship with you, or you with them. If that isn't going on in your life right now, this is also the house of creativity. So you could really put in a lot of time, a lot of like what would be considered drudgery or something like that, into a project that you either begin or finish or whatever, you know, but you have the ability to really put a very nice twist on it as far as Venus goes. It beautifies whatever it is that you're doing, okay, and it gives you the ability to work long hours or very detailed work on something like this, a project or other. Now the fifth house is also the house of children, so you could have just like a really nice moment, even if it's or even like a day outing with a child, even if it isn't your child, okay. On Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in Virgo in your 12th house opposes Neptune transiting in your 6th house of Pisces. So, first of all, your 6th house is your house of the kind of work that you do and your co-workers. It's your work schedule. It's also the very place where you work. It's your house of health and service to others. Okay, your 12th house, where you have Mercury transiting right now, is your house of secrets and confidences and psychic ability and the subconscious mind and dreams and just actions, though, taken in confidence or behind the scenes by you or someone else. Now, this transit on its own is a little bit of like a lie. It's a deception of some kind, and it looks like it's going on in the workplace or with a coworker. And I've mentioned many times having Neptune here, that maybe you are working with somebody who is not who they say they are, or they're embezzling money, or there's something about your company that's shady. I always say they're a front for another kind of business, underworld or something or other, you know, whatever. But there's always some kind of deceit, a little bit, anyways, going on wherever it is that you work, okay? Even with a client, maybe. But, so having Mercury in your 12th house, though, makes you a little bit of an investigator. When Mercury's in the 12th house, it makes you want to snoop a little bit. So you could actually find out something on this day that is like pretty big. It's a pretty big deal about somebody that you work with, or something about your boss, or something about your company. This could be anybody, okay, because the 6th house is also the house of service. And by that I mean someone in your life. They don't necessarily have to be close to you. It could be a neighbor, or it could be a family member, though, or just a friend, whomever. They need help in some way, so they come to you and ask you for whatever, some kind of help. But you are also on, like, you benefit in some way. It's a 50-50 thing where they do something for you and you do something for them. So you could be in some kind of arrangement with someone on this, like, level, okay? And you could accidentally find out something about them that's very surprising. It is a bit of a lie, or they are deceiving people about them, or the way they live, or their setup, or whatever. You know, there's something about someone that you are going to find out a secret of some kind or other. On Thursday, August 26th, Mercury in Virgo in your 12th house trines Pluto, transiting in your 4th house of Capricorn. So we're back to the Mercury in the 12th house behind the scenes things, with a very nice trine to your 4th house of your family and your home life, and anyone that you live with, okay? But it's your home and your personal life. So you could, we could even get back to that other transit with the Mercury opposed Neptune. Whatever you may find out about, let's say, like a family member, okay, that was possibly a secret, you more than likely keep that secret, okay? You also, at the same time, as far as having Mercury making you a bit of an investigator when it's in your 12th house and wanting to snoop, okay, you could find out something about your family, or even your own past, your childhood, or something that maybe you didn't know before, but it helps you like feel a little bit, not that you felt bad about how you were raised, but it makes you appreciate, more than likely, the way you were raised. Okay, it's probably not a secret, but it's just something that you maybe never knew before. Okay, for Scorpio, on Monday, August 23rd, Venus in Libra in your 12th house trines Saturn, transiting in your 4th house of Aquarius. So having Venus in your 12th house of secrets, actions taken by you or someone else behind the scenes. Having Venus here means that you could possibly have a secret admirer, or you could even be one. You could have the hots for somebody or other, and you know, I mean, you're a Scorpio, so that's kind of a secret anyways. You rarely wear your heart on your sleeve, you know, so you don't really let people know exactly how you feel about them. But this could be one of those times where you're just like, even like inquiring about someone that you may have possibly met recently. Could be, though, because it's a nice trine to Saturn in your 4th house of your past and your childhood, your family life, your personal life, where you actually live. You could be even like asking about someone you grew up with, or trying to find out a little bit more about them. You have other things going on here in your 11th house. I'll get to that in a minute. So that area of your life, like your friends, okay? That's where a lot of activity is going on right now. And you may have like run across someone that you used to know on like social media, or out, if you're out somewhere. Like, first of all, on Wednesday, August 25th, okay, Mercury in Virgo in your 11th house opposes Neptune transiting in your 5th house of Pisces, okay? So this is the lie, okay? This transit is kind of like the lie, okay? Your 11th house is where you go to hang out, your close friends, or your acquaintances even, but it's your group of friends, okay? And if you're not able to physically go out, then you're socializing online in social media. So this is also any group or organization that you belong to, okay? Now your 5th house is your house of romance and fun, entertainment, okay, speculation, just more or less creativity, but romance. It's a big romance thing here, okay? So having Neptune here really helps you in creativity, okay? Neptune governs illusion, among many other things, but having Neptune in your 5th house makes you create really like Salvador Dali type paintings, you know what I mean? Something really different, or whatever. But any form of art, okay, would be really enhanced by having Neptune here. And Neptune does govern celluloid, so I would have to say film photography or filmmaking, okay? But this is also the house of romance, and a lot of times maybe you are not seeing, if you are involved with someone romantically, you're not seeing them clearly. You are giving them the benefit of the doubt like all the time, and they could be deceiving you all this time even. And this Mercury opposed Neptune, Mercury in your 11th house of friends, maybe somebody, maybe a friend that you have, or even an acquaintance may know someone, let's say, that you're dating, you know, and know something about them that is kind of spicy, you know. It could be gossip, though. Like I said, this is the lie. You know, this is the setup for the lie, okay, or an untruth or deception of some kind coming from either social media, your friends, any kind of organization that you belong to in regards to, okay, your love life, or I'd have to say creative project, or even if you have children, okay, because 5th house is also the house of children. Somebody could tell you something about your child or someone else's child that, I don't know, that isn't true, okay? It could be, they could be just speculating even as to what this child is up to, okay? But it comes down to it isn't true. Okay, on Thursday, August 26th, Mercury again in your 11th house of Virgo trines Pluto, transiting in your 3rd house of Capricorn. So your 3rd house is your everyday life, your neighbors, neighborhood, siblings, cousins. It's wherever you would go throughout the normal course of the day and the people that you may encounter there. Okay, so Mercury in your 11th house again of your friends and acquaintances means maybe, you know, you are actually either getting together with them in some local area where you're all, even if it's to get together for lunch or something or other, or there is some kind of meeting possibly taking place within, again, your area, but it could also be with a little bit of a reunion possibly. 3rd house is also like classmates, and 11th house again, acquaintances and social media and friends and whatever. So you could possibly be getting together with people that you used to go to school with. I don't want to say it's a school reunion outright, but it could possibly be. For Sagittarius, on Monday, August 23rd, Venus in Libra in your 11th house, trine Saturn, transiting in Aquarius in your 3rd house. So having Venus in your 11th house of friends, acquaintances, any kind of organization or group that you would belong to, or where you would normally go to hang out. It's your most sociable house. Having Venus here kind of makes you feel like at least getting in touch with your friends. If you're not able to go out with them, maybe you're just like on social media a little bit more than usual. When Mercury moves here, you'll be even more so, and then the Sun eventually, and then even Mars. So this 11th house is kind of like going to be pretty active, and a very nice trine from Venus to Saturn in your 3rd house of your everyday life, where you would normally go and the people you would encounter throughout the normal course of your day. So it's like your neighborhood, your neighbors, siblings, cousins. It's like any kind of communication, actually. Big communication and travel house. But this is regular postal mail, email, any kind of message, text, voicemail, something or other. And a trine from Venus to Saturn, it kind of makes whatever happens at this time, if it is a communication, a little bit makes you feel a little bit more secure. Okay, you could even get just some kind of message, even if it's a private message or whatever, or in social media from like one of your friends or acquaintances or somebody or other that just makes you feel like really good about yourself or your place among your friends, or just anything that you know, you could actually even be very popular right now among your group of friends, and they could be inviting you to do something that may be kind of like a big deal or whatever in your area. There's some kind of something or other, event of some kind, or show or party possibly, or even if it's just a get-together for lunch. But you know, you're, I don't know, you're the go-to person, more or less, when it comes to a lot of things. So maybe they're even just getting together with you to get your ideas or your opinions on something or other. Let's see here. On Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in Virgo in your 10th house opposes Neptune, transiting in your 4th house of Pisces. So hang on a second. Sorry about that. I had a very bad cat that wanted out. Anyways, Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in your 10th house of Virgo opposes Neptune, transiting in your 4th house of Pisces. So this transit period is like deception. It's a lie possibly, or just someone trying to like influence you in some way by whatever it is that they say. So your 10th house is your livelihood, how you're known by reputation, professionally and personally, but it's how people see you and speak about you publicly. Okay, it's your most public house. It's how you're known. Having Mercury here means that people are actually talking about you and discussing you, and this is neither good nor bad. You know, Venus was just here, so obviously they were saying very nice things about you, so they still are. Okay, the Sun will be moving here, so you'll be even more in the spotlight. That's what this does, having all these planets in your 10th house. But like the opposition to Neptune in your personal life, in your family life, this is your 4th house is your home, the people you live with, even if it's not your family or roommate, even if you live by yourself, it's still physically where you live. Okay, but it is your past and your childhood. Having Neptune here, you know, there could have been just issues, let's say, over the years with your property or your home, or maybe, you know, things breaking down there, like appliances or something like that. But because there's water here, a water sign, like Pisces, you may have had water damage or you know, problems with flooding or something like that, or whatever. all kinds of possibilities here. You could be living with someone, though, that is keeping something from you that's kind of deceptive. Anything, but there could be something about your property that you don't even know about. And I always say there could be buried treasure or something, you know, that like it's pretty neat that you don't know about where you live. Okay, now Mercury is in your 10th house is a time where you might do some kind of public speaking. If you're not interviewed or something like that, or for some reason or other in the spotlight in order to do something like this, you may make some kind of statement or other publicly. And by publicly, I mean more than likely on social media. Okay, that someone may try to twist and manipulate and make it sound, I don't know, not what it is, not how you meant it. And this is in regards to your personal life and your family life. So it could be something about, like, you know, something like that in that line. Or, you know, your 4th house is your family. So maybe there's something going on in your career or your job that takes you away from your family a little bit too much. You know, maybe they are really laying it on thick and trying to make you feel bad about maybe spending too much time at work and not enough time at home, or not enough time period on taking care of things at home, or whatever is supposed to be your side of, you know, whatever you were supposed to be doing at home. Let's say, like, if you have a roommate or something like that, like you're too busy chasing your career or something like that, or some kind of goal that you think is far more important than taking care of where you live. Okay, so it could be something like that, but just keep in mind that whatever someone is telling you on this day, especially about you yourself and your reputation, somebody could be trying to tell you that somebody is saying this or that about you and blah, 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 and it may not even be true. You know, more than likely isn't. There could possibly, like, just be trying to get you upset or something. On Thursday, August 26th, Mercury again in your 10th house of Virgo trines Pluto, transiting in your 2nd house of Capricorn. So we've got your 10th house of career and your 2nd house of income, how you earn your money. This is money coming from work that you do. So obviously there's something very good going on here. You have some kind of communication possibly from a higher up, or the company itself that you work for that increases your income in some way or other. If you're self-employed, you possibly gain a really prestigious kind of client that is willing to pay you a lot more than possibly anyone else did even, but more than what you were earning. And to top it off, it's like a real feather in your cap because they are a prestigious client. And probably very well known. Also, though, even if you don't work at all, okay, or if you're retired, there's still some way or other that your reputation, even your past reputation, is bringing in more income in some way or other, or the ability to create a side job or venture or something like that, or you know, just by reputation alone. For Capricorn, on Monday, August 23rd, Venus and Libra in your 10th house trine Saturn, transiting in your 2nd house of Aquarius. It's a very, very nice transit, having Venus in your 10th house of career and your public life, how you're known by reputation personally and professionally. When Venus is here, people speak about you glowingly, you know, but it's usually about your appearance. People will notice how attractive you are, or something about you that is very attractive and appealing. Very nice trine to Saturn in your 2nd house of income kind of means that maybe your appearance or even your reputation is enhancing your ability to bring in more money. Okay, your 2nd house is how you earn your money. It's income through your job. Okay, also though, your reputation and anything that you could possibly do, like publicly, okay? But not just that, having Venus also in your 10th house makes your relations with your mentors or your boss or a higher up or something, anyone like that, become like a little bit, well, not just more pleasant, but like more friendly. Okay, so having Venus here means that you're creating a really nice rapport with whomever it is that may hold the purse strings, or you know, when it comes to even a new position within a company that you're already working for, or just whatever. It's helping you to gain a little bit of stability, or the feeling that your job is secure, more or less, by this trine to Saturn in your 2nd house. Okay, on Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in Virgo in your 9th house opposes Neptune transiting in your 3rd house of Pisces. So this combination of these two planets brings about confusion, or even outright deceit or a lie of some kind, okay? Both the 3rd and the 9th house are travel houses and communication houses, besides many, many other things. Having Mercury in your 9th house of long distance communications, okay? 3rd house is like local, more or less, and travel. So if you were trying to travel even at this time, I would have to say it would be kind of hard. You know, there's just, communication is confusing, possibly. And you may be one of those people that are experiencing like what those poor people did with Spirit Airlines, I believe it was, where they would kept canceling flights, and then they would reschedule, and then they'd cancel that one over and over again. So that's a little bit of deception there, but it's more or less like confusion is actually what that was. But there could be, you know, something like that going on, as far as you trying to pin down a definite reservation as far as even a hotel goes, or even trying to secure a rent a car or something like that, or some kind of automobile or whatever. Some form of transportation might be kind of hard to gain at this time, or even any kind of communication though too, especially long distance, because this is where it's more or less is coming from. The transit is from Mercury in your 9th house of long distance everything. So you could actually hear something though. Somebody could contact you by email, regular postal mail. Okay, 9th house is also legal matters, so you could get something in the mail, regular postal mail, in regards to a legal matter that is deceptive. You know, they could be just trying to scare you, or trying to prompt you into making some kind of move that wouldn't be good, more than likely not for you, for them. It would be though. So you have to keep in mind something like that, or something that someone may tell you, even verbally tell you at this time, about anything. But again, in regards to knowledge, possibly, 9th house is higher learning, but this could be just anything, any kind of knowledge that someone may have over you. They may know a little bit more about something or other than you do, and they could be, and this could even be in regards to your job, you know, or again, your reputation, and in regards to your job. Okay, so somebody could be deliberately trying to screw you up. Okay, how's that? Screw you up at work, okay, or make you look bad in some way or other by giving you false information, or about a subject that hopefully you both know about, but they could be trying to mislead you into whatever when it comes to this line of work, or knowledge regarding, let's say, how a job is done nowadays or something. There's all kinds of possibilities here though, okay, but let's just put it this way. If somebody tells you something on this day and it's sounds either too good to be true or it's like so far-fetched it's ridiculous, then that's exactly what it is. So I really wouldn't believe too much of what I hear on this day. On Thursday, August 26th, Mercury in Virgo in your 9th house trines Pluto, transiting in your 1st house of Capricorn. So here we have you more or less coming back, you know, from this day. You know, if there is anybody in your life that was trying to pull the wool over your eyes, this is your day to more or less you know, I don't want to say confront this person, but you are able to do or say something that rights any kind of wrong, even if it's an impression that was wrong. You're able to, you know, clarify that or clear it up in some way or other that people see you or whatever may have occurred around that Wednesday. They see you, you make them see it for what it is and what it was supposed to be, not as how it was presented by whomever it was that was trying to pull the wool over your eyes, okay, or pull a fast one. Okay, for Aquarius, on Monday, August 23rd, Venus in Libra in your 9th house trines Saturn, transiting in your 1st house of Aquarius. So this is a very nice trine from your 9th house of your philosophy on life, how you were raised, your background, your religious and spiritual beliefs, even your opinions and political opinions, things like that. You could be in contact with anyone at this time. Actually, Mercury's going to be entering this area, so you could be having an awful lot of contact with people who live at a distance or who have possibly live even in another country. The 9th house is the house of foreigners in foreign countries, so having Venus here makes you have a really nice exchange with people like at this time, but people from a different culture or like kind of like coming into your life a little bit more than normal, than usual, okay? And they are, with this trine to Saturn in your 1st house, or your background or your belief system, okay, is being enhanced to your personality. You're feeling a little bit more secure about how you feel about a lot of things, simply for the fact that you may encounter someone who feels the same way that you do. They could have the same kind of background as you do, but you feel at home more or less discussing anything with this person. But you could even just like feel for some reason or other a little bit more content about your beliefs and your background and how you were raised. Okay. On Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in Virgo in your 8th house opposes Neptune transiting in Pisces in your 2nd house. So these are both money houses, okay? I've mentioned many times before, having Neptune in your 2nd house means that there's a little bit of illusion going on in your finances, or outright deceit. You know, I've even mentioned that if you have valuables like jewelry or some kind of luxury item or coins or collectibles or stocks, bonds, something like that, that every so often you should check to make sure they're still there, okay? You put them in this place, you know, and you expect them to still be there, and then one day you go and maybe they're not, okay? 8th house is a partner, a partner's resources and money, property that you possibly own with someone else, but it doesn't always have to be a partner. It could just be anyone. It's other people's money and resources. However, you know, having Neptune in your 2nd house again, who would have access to whatever it is that you own that is valuable? It would have to be someone pretty close to you. More than likely, a lot of times, it's a spouse, okay? Could also be, though, a business partner. So this is the time, okay, because this transit just reeks of deceit, okay? It's a lie. So there could be something going on with your finances or property, possibly that you own with someone else, and this is including bank accounts and credit cards, that you know, it's not there or something, or the money went somewhere else, not where it was supposed to go. Eighth house is also institutions like the bank, the IRS, taxes. It's also legal settlements and insurance payouts. So you could actually be on the receiving end. You should have been possibly getting some kind of, let's say, a legal settlement that you knew nothing about, and you were kept in the dark, possibly, or insurance or something was supposed to pay for something or other, but maybe like I said, you didn't even know this. It was kept from you in some way or other. So this is when maybe this might even come out. You know, I believe that this is a transit for you. Okay, for other people, it's the lie. But for you, I think it's a moment of discovery. Okay, but I believe you're going to be on the receiving end because of this, you know, of like a really good thing. Because you've discovered that something, money was going out when it should have been coming in. Okay, on Thursday, August 26th, Mercury in Virgo in your 8th house trines Pluto transiting in your 12th house of Capricorn. So here we have the 12th house, the house of secrets, actions taken by you or someone else behind the scenes, and that's pretty much what's going on here. You know, we're back to your 8th house again with Mercury, so you're finding out a lot of stuff that was going on possibly behind your back, or you may have found out something that was kind of alarmed you, and so you are the one behind, you know, acting in secret behind someone else's back, and you are covering yourself. You're just watching out for yourself, and you are, let's say, changing signatures or papers or doing something as far as accounts go, okay, like bank accounts or credit cards or anything as far as money and property in the 8th house there, okay. Also, these are like the 12th and 8th houses are the psychic houses, okay. So if you feel that there is something seriously going on or whatever behind your back, then you more than likely are correct. And I believe that you would be able to find out exactly what it is. But again, having this trine to Pluto in your 12th house just means that you do have the ability to really do something to protect yourself from possibly, like, you know, someone taking something from you that's actually yours, or that you actually share with them, but possibly something going on with property and money behind your back. Okay. For Pisces, on Monday, August 23rd, Venus in Libra in your 8th house trine Saturn transiting in your 12th house of Aquarius. So Venus in your 8th house of other people's money and resources, and even a partner's money and resources, just means that these things are like being made available to you. So if you need help right now, I always say too, the 8th house is the house of institutions like a bank, okay, or the IRS, or tax people and stuff like that. So if you needed help in one of these areas, especially if you needed a bank loan, and you know, in the past they wouldn't okay it, but now that Venus is here, people are a little bit more willing to work with you. You know, even if you needed to talk to credit card people to get your interest rate down or something or other, you know, payments of some kind to creditors, they're a little bit more willing to help you, especially with now this trine to Saturn in your 12th house. Saturn longs for stability, okay, and that's what kind of like what this does though, okay. This trine from Venus does make that put your mind at ease in some way or other in regards to finances and bills, okay. On Wednesday, August 25th, Mercury in Virgo in your 7th house opposes Neptune transiting in your 1st house of Pisces. So this is the transit of deception, deceit, and lies, more or less. You know, it could even be like a little white lie. But, you know, having Neptune in your 1st house, your ruling planet, does enhance your psychic ability even more, even though this planet also governs illusions. So sometimes you really aren't seeing people very clearly. You don't see yourself very clearly. A lot of times, just having this planet here, you don't show the world your true feelings. You make a very good poker face for a Pisces, you know, because usually that's a Scorpio thing. But you don't let on a lot of times about your true feelings. About everything, but about your own personality and about other people. So this opposition, okay, from your 7th house of close relationships, like partnerships, okay, romantic, business, or close friends, means that one or other of you, it could even be you just telling whomever, one of these close relationships, that everything's fine and everything's okay in regards to them, okay? Your relationship with them, that everything's fine. And it more probably isn't, you know. I mean, that's what this opposition is here for, is for you to speak verbally. That's what Mercury does. It's communication. So you could even be trying to bring about a conversation like this with one of these close relationships, and still won't be able to get it all out, the truth, you know, because it would either hurt their feelings or it would do something or other, but there would be some reason that you may be holding back. Also, this person could be doing that to you. They could just be outright lying to you about the relationship, about anything. So it's just something to keep in mind. On Thursday, August 26th, Mercury in Virgo, again in your 7th house, trines Pluto, transiting in your 11th house of Capricorn. So this is actually very nice. Okay, maybe on this day, your close relationship with your partner, one of these people or other, I don't know, suddenly, you know, wises up, and they decide to, you know, be more helpful, or maybe even because of the conversation that they want to do things with you. Like your 11th house is your most sociable house, but it's your house of your friends and acquaintances and places where you would normally go to hang out, in any kind of organization that you belong to. And it's also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. So maybe this person is now going to be far more supportive than they were before in any area here, with your friends that they possibly didn't like to begin with, the places where you would like to go hang out. Maybe they don't care for it, and maybe they think your goals or your dreams are like flighty and not even worth pursuing. And like now it looks like, you know, it's the complete opposite, that they are, you know, 100% supporting you and in your corner. So I hope everyone enjoyed their astrological forecast for this week. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Check out my monthly forecasts. Check out Ask Me a Question. It's in the description box below this video. There's also a link there to my website if you would like to have your personal chart done. And keep in mind that all of this was just a general forecast. Okay, so I will see you next week. Goodbye.